All right. Good morning, everybody. We are filming from Mystic Fitness, Amy's Saturday morning power class. I hope you guys have your mats and your bottles of water handy and play whatever music you like today. This is your class, and I really haven't been able to put together any playlists for you lately, so my apologies. We have Kelly Mays in the background who's going to model the class, and I will dictate. Um, let's see, anybody have any questions today? Uh, Kelly, are we getting any information on the side there? Let's take a peek. Yeah, okay. Just making sure that we are live from Mystic Fitness today. Hey guys, I did want to mention we have plenty of masks. These are Mary Beth masks. They're pretty amazing masks. Um, we send them out to you when you go on our Venmo account and make a small donation to our studio so that we can position ourselves for the future and hopefully reopen soon whenever we have permission to reopen. But what happened yesterday, I checked our mailbox and we're getting some of these masks back in the mail. So they're saying that this is considered a small package, even though it's just a little envelope. And there's a mask in here. They want an additional $2.25 postage. So this was surprising to me. So if you paid on Venmo and didn't get your mask, it's probably because it got stuck in the mail. And I'm going to try to hand deliver these masks to everybody's mailbox. So keep on donating, even if you live far away. We will get these masks to you. I promise. But Harriet Anderson, this came back in the mail, so I'm going to deliver this to your home pretty soon. All right, guys. So believe me, we are on mask duty. All of us are working hard to deliver Mary Beth masks to you. They're beautiful masks. Any questions today? Let's just take a peek before we start. Okay, a couple of you are there watching live. That's awesome sauce. So my name is Amy. Um, Hope you're having a great week. I hope everyone's staying positive and just, we got to do the best that we can do, which is really hard sometimes during these trying times. But let's stay happy and positive. Let's stay active, and let's all work together. All right. So I'm going to go to the sidelines, and Kelly's going to demonstrate today's beautiful power practice. And let me know if you guys want to work hard or take it a little easy today. Um, so if you can comment or heart or anything like that, let me know what you're feeling today. All right. Here we go. Here's Kelly Mays. I'd like you all to start lying on your backs, please. Stretch out your legs, stretch out your arms. Okay. Connect to your Mother Earth, ground. Bring your breath into the body. So inhale, exhale, and just take some deep breaths in and out. Feel the length, the strength, and the beauty of your strong human body as it trusts the ground to hold it up. Oh, okay, very nice. Breathe in, filling up belly and chest, and breathe out. Bring your knees above you, please. Place one hand on each knee, and we'll start to stir our knees, drawing our knees toward our chest and away from our chests, opening and closing our thighs, and changing the direction of those knee stirs. Good. Give yourself a big old hug, guys. Bring your thighs close to your belly. Wrap your arms around your legs and just kind of squeeze in deeply. Holding yourself nice and firmly. Breathing in and out. And if it's a feeling that you enjoy, roll back and forth on your spine so you can just rock back and forth. Yeah, until you find yourselves in a seated position. And if you don't mind facing your device, because collectively we'll all be facing each other. And we'll begin our practice with a cleansing breath in and out and a collective sound of Om. So roll out those shoulders, find a comfortable seated position. Sit up tall if you can. Inhale deeply through your nose and exhale, ah. Fantastic. Inhale again for me, nice and deep, and exhale. The next inhale will be followed by the sound of Om together. Inhale. Om. And enjoy your practice. Thanks for being here this morning, guys. Let's go on hands and knees. We're going to start in our tabletop position. Hands on the floor below shoulders, knees below your hips, please. Establishing a strong tabletop. Arch your spine, inhaling into cow position and exhaling, rounding and tucking. And just go in between your cows and your cats. Inhale, arching, and exhale, rounding. And expanding your range of motion, please, with hands and knees planted, just start to circle your body. So make some big circles in one direction and in the other direction. Good. I hope you guys are feeling great this morning. It's a beautiful, another beautiful, beautiful day. When we do things together, things get done. There's so much strength in numbers. Return back to your tabletop position, and we're going to get right to some ab work here. Okay, some of you have been telling me that you're doing more yoga than you've ever done before with our live streams, and that is like the most positive thing I've heard. It's fantastic. So if these live streams are bringing you more yoga and bringing more yoga to a lot of people out there, then we are doing our jobs pretty okay, I guess. So that's pretty cool. Extend your right leg straight back behind you. So here we go. Ideally, the leg is elevated. If that's unavailable, just place your toes on the floor. So Kelly's demonstrating toes on the floor versus elevation. And if you're elevating, you want to make sure that leg is in the same line as your torso. Okay? Squeeze your thigh muscles. The stronger you make that floating leg, guys, the easier it is to float it up. So work that leg. If this position is okay with you, you're going to go a little bit further and extend your left arm. Okay, so left arm extends, right leg extends. We inhale and pull those limbs apart from each other, and exhale, tuck under, knee to elbow. Beautiful. Inhale the stretch apart, And exhale the knee to elbow. Let's take 8 more of these, please. Inhale, extend, and exhale, tuck. Inhale, extend, and exhale, tuck. Inhale, extend, exhale, tuck. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Holding that extension, belly is drawn in, spine is nice and flat, holding this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please bring your hand back down and your knee back down. Take any movements that feel good for you, maybe cows and cats, maybe circling the body. Please apply your breath to your movement here, guys. That's your best tool is your breath, always. Fantastic. Trying the other side, okay? So first you want to establish that nice neutral spine. Anytime you're going to elevate the legs, you want a flat back here. So please, otherwise way too taxing on that lower back. So establish your flat back, belly is drawn in firmly. Shoulders above wrists and hips above knees. Please extend the left leg. And again, you can either float it up or bring the toes down. Good. Either way is super effectual. So left leg extension. How about extending the right arm if that's available to you? Now this is pretty hard duty, heavy duty stuff. And if you're not ready for it, please modify accordingly. Okay. With all you guys jumping on our live streams too, who we don't know, I want to make sure that you get the advice of your doctor to make sure that you can be doing a yoga practice. Okay. That's super important. Here we go, guys. Extending the leg and arm apart from each other as your inhale and exhale, tucking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and backward count. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold that extension for me. 5 seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. So come out carefully the opposite way you came in. You never want to just plop out of a posture, right? You come out systematically the reverse way that you went in. And then go ahead and play with some of those beautiful spinal stretches, maybe cows and cats, or just planting hands and knees and making some nice big circles. Students, breathe in and breathe out. Okay, the next sequence here is a fantastic core strengthener as well. We're going to press into the tops of our feet, please, and elevate your knees 2 inches off the floor. So Kelly's demonstrating perfect form here. If you can look at your device, do so. If you're not sure what to do, take a look at Kelly. Tops of feet are pressing down into the floor, strengthening your ankles, your shins, the tops of your feet. But please let the core be one of the employees here, okay? So belly pulls in. That core is a hard worker to help keep you elevated. 3 more seconds. 2 more seconds or breaths. They're long seconds and short breaths. 1 more for me, please. All right, knees come down, slap those feet on the floor, get the blood back into them. Nicely done. I'd like you just to drop your hips over to the right, just stretching those muscles, and over to the left. And most of us are not doing a lot of exercise or walking right now, so the bottoms of our feet need a little love. If you will, please tuck your toes underneath you now. And sit back on your heels if you can. So you're going to walk yourself backward on your hands and just kind of sit on those heels a little bit. And find a level comfortable for you. So Kelly's completely upright. And that's a perfect place to be if you can. If that's uncomfortable, you're going to lean forward and alleviate some of the pressure on the bottoms of the feet. Okay, if that's not enough for you, you can lean back and apply more pressure. All right, so it's completely your call here, how you like to stretch the bottoms of your feet. I love this posture. Spread those toes, and you can roll from big toe to little toe. So you can kind of roll the feet a little bit side to side just by kind of swiveling your hips a little bit. Kelly's adding her wrists as well. So if you guys want to, you can start rolling your hands a little bit. We must take care of our joints during this period of time, always, but certainly now. Good. Bring your hands back down and tabletop proper. Slap out those feet for me one more time, nice and hard. Good. Okay. Tuck your toes under, please, and rise up to your first downward facing dog. So bring your knees up and your hips up, and we take our down dog. And extending those legs, just walk your dog. Please press one heel at a time into the ground, and please bend one knee at a time. So you're walking in place, you're walking your dog, engaging those core muscles. Belly is drawn in, hips are up nice and high. Breathe. Let's fire up the inner thighs now, students. So from downward facing dog, inhale, but bend your knees and bring them down to a hover. Exhale into a high plank position, shoulders above wrists. Legs are strong and straight. Option to take tabletop instead here. Okay. Inhale, hips up nice and high, knees bend, and exhale to your high plank. Take 8 more of these, hips up high, knees bend. Exhale like a loaded spring into a controlled high plank. 7 more, please. Blow out with that high plank. Yes, 6 more. This should be luscious. All right, this should be like eating coconut cake. Hips up, knees drop, and high plank. I want you to feel your health and your movement to be as luscious as eating cake is. 4 more. The fact that you're so strong and so healthy. It is the best weapon in any world. 2 more, please. 1 and 2. Fantastic. Landing in high plank. If that's unavailable, knees come down and you are in tabletop position. Either is a wonderful meeting ground. Hold it. Belly draws in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bending at your elbows for chaturanga to low plank. Good. Inhale, chest lifts for upward facing dog. If you have it in you, the tops of those feet press into the floor. Exhale, flip your feet, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Students, a big breath in and let go with your ah. Twice more. Big breath in and let it go with ah. Sun salutation A, we are so fired up for it. This time when you bend your knees to prepare for your flight, you'll look forward and land your feet next to your hands in a hop, skip, jump, or walk. Inhaling to flat back with your hands on your shins, crown of head pulls forward, knees may bend. And exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, rise all the way up. Please circle sweep nice and high. Reach for the sky. And exhale, forward fold all the way back down. Inhale, rise it up one more time. All the way up. Hands meet in prayer. And prayer hands come to your heart center. Take a grounding breath in and out here. In and out. Inhale, circle, sweep up nice and high. And exhale your forward fold, taking it all the way down, students. Good. Hands on shins, inhaling to your flat back, crown of head pulls forward, and exhale, forward fold. Hands on the floor, inhaling flat back. You can hop, skip, jump, or walk back to that high plank. Please hold your plank. Let's hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga Vinyasa. Roll forward on the toes, bending at your elbows. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, flip your feet, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Students, a big breath in. Let it go with your ah. Ahs for awesome. Right leg up in the air. So extend your right leg, please. You can point and flex your foot. Bend your knee. Look for your foot over your shoulder. So whatever feels nice for you up there. Just playing with that extension a little bit. Good. And then returning that leg not down to the floor, but instead straight up above, lining it up properly, and then bringing your foot in between your hands. So we're going to set up for a beautiful runner's lunge this morning. So I was listening to the news, and they said they expect a lot of runners are going to be running the Boston Marathon route on Monday. And they are encouraging people not to do that. Okay, so, you know, we're going to come back bigger and better when that marathon resumes in September. All of us, whatever our pursuits are, we're going to have all this pent up energy, right? And when we are permitted to resume our activities, we're going to be bigger and better than ever. So this is your runner's lunge. And I bring that up now, one, because it's a runner's lunge, but two, all the energy is pent up in the body here. We are a spring ready to release in a way. Pull your thighs toward the insides of your thighs toward one another. And I want you to really load those springs up for me. Okay, so much so that your mat at home is almost being scrunched up by the strength of those feet pulling toward each other in this lunge position. So work those legs in your runner's lunge. When your legs are solid and stable and strong enough, pull your arms back. We go from runner's lunge to airplane lunge. Okay, and lunges, I mean, just even listen to the word itself. You know, it's a springing ground, right? It's a place where you're going to spring from into new heights and new dimensions. So this is your airplane lunge. Students, if you will, push off with your back leg, straighten your front leg. Can you bring this into airplane balance posture? And one of the beauties of practicing at home is no one's watching you. Explore, smile. If you fall, that's not a bad thing. It's a beautiful opportunity to begin again and to build more resilience. Crown of head pulls forward in your flight, in your balancing airplane position. Holding this, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'll tell you what your dismount is going to be. Bring your back knee forward in front of you. So if I have my lefts and rights correct, I believe that will be your left leg in front of you for standing knee position. And this is very, very hard. Give that leg a good squeeze. Interlace your fingers over your left shin and bring your left thigh close to your chest. So all of you eager runners who are going to miss Boston on Monday, this is a great runner's exercise for you. Standing tall and strong and straight. Squeeze. I like to transition to Nataraja. From here, please, your dancer king, as you open the left leg out to the left and extend your right arm. If you are a dancer type, hold your left foot and extend that left leg out to the left. Hmm, good. Returning to Nataraja proper, bending the knee and hand on your knee, bringing that leg straight in front of you, or bent knee, excuse me, bent knee in front of you. Good. Giving it one more squeeze, please. Float it back behind you when you're ready, airplane balancing. hmm We have the time now to intricately dissect our movements. Airplane lunge. Keep your arms behind you, bend that front knee, land in your airplane lunge. And for all my beautiful runners out there, runner's lunge. The hands come down around your foot. Beautiful. Please sweep your right leg back behind you. Downward facing dog, and press one heel at a time into the ground, and please bend one knee at a time, taking your big breath in and breath out. Okay, so some of the comments, Jennifer Bowman said, work hard, please. So this is for you, Jennifer. Other people watching, it's not my fault. It's Jennifer Bowman's suggestion. Work hard, please. I love you all. This is great. Tara from California is watching. Hi, Tara. You are very missed here. Left leg comes up high to the sky, so raise your left leg. Beautiful. Point and flex your foot and bend your knee and play a little bit up there. So Renti Liang says good evening. So I wonder if you're watching from a different country where maybe it's nighttime. And if you are, that's pretty amazing, and I love that. Our only goal here is for yoga to reach as many people as it can. Always, but particularly during this difficult time. Okay. We're going to line that left leg up straight back behind us and carefully, please, place it between the hands. So we set up for runner's lunge now on the left side. Blocks are great for runner's lunge. Mm. You want to point the crown of your head toward the front of your practice space. You want to lengthen through your spine. Take some breath here. So, breathing in a posture, for me, it's like when you meet somebody and you shake their hand. Not that we can do that now, but in the old days we used to shake hands. It's a greeting, it's a way to become familiar with. So, bring your breath in, let the muscles just receive all that beautiful oxygen, and you will become more familiar with your posture. And then we transition though, right? So we pull our arms back into an airplane lunge. So everything builds on everything before it. Breathing. And our launch from airplane lunge is into airplane proper, which is our balancing posture. Holding that again. We did this in our tabletop. And now we apply it to a straight leg, standing on one leg instead of two hands and a knee. Much more hard this way. Okay. And beautifully done. And we bring that leg in front of us if possible. You're going to sweep it. Good. And bend your knee and squeeze. So give a nice standing knee position. Again, fantastic glute strengthener for all you runners out there and the rest of us. So I'm an old runner, but I'm not able to run anymore. But those were some good days. So if you can run, get out there and run, but not on Monday and not on the Boston route. Good. We opened up to Nataraja pose, and Kelly so gracefully did a 90-degree turn so she faces the camera again. And if you are a dancer type, hold on to your foot and stretch out that leg. My friend Steve is practicing with us. That's great, Steve. Thank you for being here this morning. I loved talking to you yesterday. Returning back to Nataraja proper and bringing your leg in front of you for standing knee position. Floating that leg back behind you, please, finding your balancing airplane position. 2 breaths here, please. Okay, this is an intricate transition back to airplane lunge. So going from a balance down to a lunge, please be mindful. Returning to runner's lunge position, again in honor of the Boston Marathon. And when we do run again, we will do so with such renewed spirit. And sweeping that front leg back, downward facing dog, and bending one knee at a time and press one heel at a time into the ground. Walking the dog. Taking a child's position, so bring your knees down, spread them apart, bring your hips back on your heels, stretch out your spine, breathe. So we did some down dogs, we worked the arms a bit. Let's give our arms some love. Please thread your right arm underneath your left armpit and roll some weight over that arm. Good. Change sides for me, please. So the left arm now we will thread. And please change. Come back to your child's pose proper, stretching your arms out. And you can do the same thing, or actually walk your hands over to the upper right-hand corner of your mat and just take a little side stretch that way. And that's a beautiful stretch. I think the most subtle stretches are the most beautiful. They don't shout at you. They just kind of tap you on the shoulder quietly and have profoundly positive effects on the body. Okay, and let's walk our hands over to the other edge of the mat, which would be the left edge. And find that side stretch, please, on the right side. Good. Bring yourselves back to center for me. We'll roll over onto our backs and we'll do some ab work. Does that sound okay? I hope so. Hope you guys are okay with all of this. It's been an honor and a pleasure to have you tuning into our live streams every morning. Of course, everything is always archived, so we have a playlist for all of our classes on Facebook. We have a playlist for all of our special informational videos, like Kelly last week did the 7 nights of 7 chakras at 7 p.m., and that has its own playlist. So please do explore our Facebook page. We're also on YouTube, and we just started it, and we started it last week. I was the first subscriber. We had 1 subscriber, that was me, and as of today, we had 9. So we're building that YouTube channel. I love the hearts. Thank you. And thank you, Wendy. You are the sweetest person. So we have 9 YouTube subscribers. I'd like to get that to 1,000. All right, guys. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we can add commercials and make a little money. So that's my hope. So tell everybody you know that we're on YouTube. All right, my loves. Now I'm going to work you hard. Bring your thighs on your belly. So bend those knees and give yourself a hug and a squeeze. Please do a glute stretch. You just work them hard. Okay, that's a really great idea. Um, I got you on your backs. A glute stretch, Kelly, on your back. What can you think of? Yeah, since we're on our backs. Yeah, I guess so. That's more of a hip. But we can definitely take a figure 4 here. So somebody chimed in to please do a glute stretch here. And if you figure 4 those legs like Kelly's done, and just kind of gently, please rock them from one side to the other, slowly and gently. That's going to stretch out the glutes nicely, actually. Good. Does that feel good, Kelly? Okay, let's switch out our legs. Okay, Lynn, thank you. Lynn just subscribed to our YouTube channel. Thank you, darling. All right, that's 10. 9,990 to go. All right, switch out your legs. Figure 4 on the other side. Oh, we have so much fun here. And rock side to side. Oh, I see. You like that one. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to we'll do that after abs. I know what you're talking about, Jen. Okay. Jen wants the glute stretch where we use the floor as our massage, and I'll talk you through that. Let's get some abs done, some balancing, and that will be something I tack on to the end. All right, here we go, guys. Ready? Let's get some abs in there first. Bend your knees, bring your thighs onto your belly. So we're going to squeeze firmly. Give yourself a nice hug. I want you to feel your lower back flat on the floor here. Okay, so really press that lower back down. Breathe into this. Okay, feed the vertebra lots of oxygen so that they can be spaced apart. And thank you. Lisa Thompson just subscribed too. Thank you, beautiful. I appreciate it. Okay, here we go. So we need 10,000 followers on Facebook in order to advertise. I just learned that. I don't think we'll get there, but who knows? All right, ready for abs, my loves? Bring your heels up in the air. Straighten those legs. We have heels right above our hips, and legs are straight if that's available to you. Now, I like to tuck my hands under my tailbone. I've got super delicate bones back there, and I like my hands underneath my tailbone for cushioning. You can also put a towel under there if you like. We're going to point our toes, flex our feet, drop our heels 6 inches. Point, flex, and drop. Point, flex, and drop. Point, flex, and drop. Point, flex, and drop. When your heels are hovering over the ground, we're going to hold this. So belly pulls in, guys. Legs are straight and strong, just hovering over the floor. Belly pulls in and down. Lower back is flat on the floor. Hands cushioning your tailbone. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastico. Bend those knees. Give yourself a hug and a squeeze. Good old-fashioned bicycles. So I'm a real fan of Jack LaLanne, and I love his old-fashioned bicycles. I will do these till the day that I am no longer here. Fingers behind your skull, okay, at the lower region of the head, please, where the neck and the head meet. It's called the occipital region. Please spread out your elbows. Please raise your upper back 2 inches off the floor. Okay. Shoulder and elbow head toward the right knee. So that left shoulder and elbow head toward the right knee. Beautiful. The left leg extends and change. So Kelly is demonstrating absolutely beautiful form here. These are good old-fashioned bicycles. We've been doing these for decades and decades and decades. And you see the leg that extends never rests on the floor. So Kelly's really careful to keep those heels a little bit off the floor as she extends the leg that is not being pulled toward her elbow. Take it, guys. I hope you have some good music on in the background. You know you need it for my classes, right? Here we go. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, release your hands, stir your knees. If you recall, we began the class with hands on knees and we opened and closed our knees and stirred them toward our chest and away from our chest. Very beautiful here. And two more ab workouts, okay? So either take your water and take a little break or stay with us. Totally your call, obviously. Heels up in the air, so stretch those legs long and then pick those heels up. And one is from our Mystic instructor, Erin Peddle, who is very missed. I keep hearing things from students who really miss Erin, and so do I. Hands behind your head. So I'm going to bring in Erin's ab work here. Bring your shoulders, your upper back 2 inches up off the floor. Okay. And we'll do this two different ways. The first way is to keep the legs straight up above you and to pulse your chest toward your thighs. So just little pulses here. This is very difficult. Taking it for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautifully done. Next, we're going to raise the upper back 2 inches off the floor. Good. And vertically scissor our legs, trying to keep them straight if possible. So drop and drop and drop. And here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautifully done. Drop those legs, stretch out nice and long. Point and flex your feet. Inhale and exhale. Good. Bring your thighs to your belly. You guys want one more set of abs? Give me thumbs up or little hearts. What do you think? Okay, no reaction. I hope you're still there. Here we go. I'm going to do one more quick set of bicycles with you, okay? So hands behind your head. Kelly, you got it in you? Are you okay for this? Awesome sauce. Here we go. Right knee to left elbow. Go. 20, 19, 18, 17. Now the thumbs up. I love you guys. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That was beautifully done. Squeeze firmly. Couple of things I do want to make sure we fit in here. Okay, thank you, Renty. Bring your feet on the floor. Let's take our pelvic tilt here. So it's imperative that we decompress our abdominals here. Starting with a pelvic tilt, please pull your tailbone toward your heels and your pubic bone toward your shoulders. So you really want to kind of separate those two bones, flattening your lower back on the floor. Engage the Mula Bandha, the lower core muscles, so make sure that those are nice and firm. An option to stay in pelvic tilt or rise up to a raised bridge by pressing into your feet and using the backs of your legs to rise. Rising up and lowering down slowly and carefully. A few more. Rising up and lowering down. Take 5 more on your own. So my friend Renti Lang is watching us at nighttime from a different country. And I love that. 3 more. And you feel the beautiful decompression of the abdominal region here, just taking some gentle bridge lifts. Okay. And we'll lower down softly. Good. Let's extend our left leg, please, and bring your right thigh to your chest. Wind relieving pose. And here's what my friends Jen and Eric were asking us for. This is a glute massage, okay? And it begins by bringing your calf across your chest. So you're going to cradle your calf in the cruxes of your arms like a little baby. You cradle it. And you take it to the left of you and the right of you, just ever so slightly and gently. Okay. And from your lying down position of cradling, come to seated. So maybe one of your hands kind of helps, or you use momentum. And the left leg is flat on the floor. So left leg is straight in front of you on the floor, and you're cradling the right calf across you. So this is new to Kelly. I'm going to describe this as best as possible, but Eric and Jen know it. Okay. Hold on to that leg across your chest with your left hand, I believe, and bring your right hand behind you. Excellent. And roll all of your weight onto that right glute. You got it, Kelly. And then you're going to roll over all over that glute muscle, just giving it one of the most exquisite massages with the hardness of your floor. Now, if you guys are practicing on carpet, it's not as wonderful a massage. But you can learn this skill and you can do it on your kitchen floor or on some linoleum or wood when you leave this class, which I hope won't be early. Good. You enjoy that? You feeling it? This is the famous glute stretch massage. Okay. What might be really lovely here then is to, now that it is kind of massaged out a little bit, place your right heel to the left of your left knee, and we'll take a spinal twist here. So inhale, sitting up tall, and exhale, please look over your right shoulder. Good. So dictating for a live stream, it's not mirroring. It's like mirroring through a television screen, through a live person. So lefts and rights get a little tricky. My apologies ahead of time, but Kelly knows what we're doing. So just watch her. Right, beauty? Okay. And gently releasing that spinal twist. And we will like to take this on the other side where we started was lying flat and long. And then bringing your left thigh. Luckily, these are archived, so you can watch this and figure it out even better in the rewatches. So squeeze. Wind removing pose, a beautiful way to jumpstart your digestion in the morning. And then we take that calf, please, and cradle it across our chests like a baby, rocking it side to side. And what that does is it gets the synovial fluid moving in the hip joint. Oh, beautiful. And when you're ready, you hold that little baby calf across your chest, and r- keep on rocking it, and then establish a hold with your right hand and a almost a kickstand with your left hand, and you're going to roll over that left glute using the hardness of the floor as the touch of the masseuse. And you'll see you can manipulate the placement of the left leg in order to really get deep into some of the fascia and tissue. And when we do reopen, you know, Michelle is our uh, yoga tune-up ball expert, and she will be guiding you guys back through classes where we use yoga tune-up balls to help massage the muscles for trigger point work. Good. So spend a little time there or learn this technique and apply it later. Okay. And we transition, please, into a spinal twist here. So when you're ready, that left foot goes to the outside of the right knee on the floor. Lift up out of the lower back. So please, before any twist, you want to create length. Breathe in deeply, lengthen your spine, and please look over your shoulder now. Finding a nice spinal twist. Please don't go too deeply. None of these postures you ever need to go deep with any of this. And that is fantastic. Let's turn, release, and look at the front mirror. Breathing in and breathing out. I'd like to try something a little different today. You can place your hands on the floor in front of you. I didn't even tell Kelly this, and I didn't even tell myself this until about 5 or 10 minutes ago. What else on the floor do we need to do? We're going to end in standing today, but Kelly, what can you think of on the floor? One more stretch that you'd like before we take it into standing. Okay. Is your body asking you for that? Sure. Okay. Let's take a forward fold. So you're going to come up into it. Oh, lying down. I think it's great lying down. So extend the legs in front of you, or you can come into the lotus. Lift up out of that lower back. Raise your arms up nice and high and reach. Yeah, what a brilliant idea. And then please bring your chest down. So that's absolutely beautiful. Now, Kelly's able to hold on to her feet. I was never able to do that. I bend my knees here. So you're welcome to bend your knees if you can't reach your feet, or hold on to your thighs. So forward folding, no matter where you are in your ability to stretch, is extremely beneficial at all places. No one person derives more benefit from any singular posture than any other person. Forward folding is gorgeous too to get to your heart space. So this was a brilliant interjection. That's what forward folds were designed for in yoga, to literally fold yourself inside yourself, uh, not as a retreat from society, but as a way to understand your own heart. And a straddle for Wendy. So let's extend the legs apart. I'm afraid I've taken on too much now and can't do my magic ending. But I want to give you guys what you want. So straddle those legs and walk your hands forward. Straddle. Okay. If you have straps at home, straps are a great way to do these seated forward bends. Feed this posture breath. I hope your legs are feeling strong, because I am going to take you into a tree, almost a Shavasana in tree pose. And we may hold that for a while. Um, so after your straddle posture, you bring your legs in front of you and then sweep them behind you. So the classiest way that you know, or the most functional way that you know, to come into downward facing dog, and that's where we will all meet, bending one knee at a time. Okay. And then hopping, skipping, jumping, however you would like to get there. Good. Inhaling, flat back, halfway lift, hands on shins, and forward folding. You're so good, guys. Thank you. Inhale, circle, sweep high. Two hands meet in prayer above your head, and prayer hands come to your heart center. And how I'd like to produce this Shavasana today, and it's unusual, and if you prefer to lie down, please lie down. If you prefer to take your tree pose, then take your tree pose. That's where I'm taking you. You can stay in tree pose as long or short as you wish. So I'm back in the screen because I want to show you. This book came to mind. Often, let's see, I don't want to block Sweet Kelly. Often in class, I used to quote this, The 100th Monkey, Ken Keyes Jr. I think it's from 1982. I know I read it when I was in high school. The 100th Monkey. So it's an old-fashioned book. And back in the day, it was a cure for nuclear war. So I'd like to just read what the 100th Monkey is. Some of you know what this is about. I'd like you to take your tree pose like Kelly is. If we were in my class, we would probably be all extending our arms in tree and holding each other's hands, which we can't do right now. But this book, this beautiful piece, is all about collective consciousness and the power it has on changing the world. So I'm just going to start this out. Um, there is a phenomenon I'd like to tell you about. In it may lie our only hope of a future for our species. Here's the story of the 100th monkey. The Japanese monkey, Macaca fucasta, has been observed in the wild for a period of over 30 years. In 1952, on the island of Koshima, scientists were providing monkeys with sweet potatoes dropped in the sand. The monkeys liked the taste of the raw sweet potatoes, but they found the dirt unpleasant. An 18-month-old female named Emo found she could solve the problem by washing the potatoes in a nearby stream. She taught this trick to her mother. Her playmates also learned this new way, and they taught their mothers too. This cultural innovation was gradually picked up by various monkeys before the eyes of the scientists. Between 1952 and 1958, all the young monkeys learned to wash the sandy sweet potatoes and to make them more palatable. Only the adults who imitated their children learned this social improvement. Other adults kept eating the dirty sweet potatoes. Then something startling took place. In the autumn of 1958, a certain number of Koshima monkeys were washing sweet potatoes. The exact number is not known. Let us suppose that when the sun rose one morning, there were 99 monkeys on Koshima Island who had learned to wash their sweet potatoes. Let's further suppose that later that morning, the 100th monkey learned to wash potatoes. Then it happened. By that evening, almost everyone in the tribe was washing sweet potatoes before eating them. The added energy of this 100th monkey somehow created an ideological breakthrough. But notice the most surprising thing observed by these scientists was that the habit of washing sweet potatoes then spontaneously jumped over the sea. Colonies of monkeys on other islands and the mainland troop of monkeys at excuse my pronunciation, to Kasakiyama began washing their sweet potatoes. Thus, when a certain critical number achieves an awareness, this new awareness may be communicated from mind to mind. Although the exact number may vary, the 100th monkey phenomenon means that when only a limited number of people know of a new way, it may remain the consciousness property of these people. But there is a point at which, if only one person tunes in to a new awareness, a field is strengthened so that this awareness reaches almost everyone. The experiments of Dr. J.B. Rhine at Duke University repeatedly demonstrated that individuals can communicate private information to each other even though located in different places. We now know that the strength of this extrasensory communication can be amplified to a powerfully effective level when the consciousness of the 100th person is added. Your awareness is needed in saving the world. You may be the 100th monkey. You may furnish the added consciousness energy to create the shared awareness of the urgent necessity to rapidly achieve a healthy world. So again, this is the 100th monkey, and it was written about nuclear war prevention back in the day, but it's very relevant now, and I thought I would just bring that up to you during your beautiful tree pose, Shavasana, or wherever you found yourself during the reading. So thank you, my beautiful Kelly. And thank you, everybody who watched and worked and listened. Again, we've got the YouTube channel. Please subscribe. We need 1,000 subscribers before we can tack on commercials. These are the beautiful Mary Beth masks. God bless Mary Beth. She's made about 3,000 of these for firefighters, nursing homes. Now she's delivering them to restaurants. And she's extraordinary. And she starts at 6 a.m. in the morning, and I get an email from her every night at about 8 o'clock. So that's when she finishes. We have the luxury of being able to supply these to you for a small donation for our studio so that we can position ourselves for future business and reopen again. Right, darling? All right. Are you ready for Om? So let's all share our collective energy. It's going to take collective energy to emerge from this state. So breathe in and breathe out. Inhale. And I celebrate the love, the compassion, the hard work that is in you with the love, the compassion, and the hard work that is in me. Stay strong. Namaste. Thanks for watching, guys.